to tell you. Okay? Yeah, you got to stand up because you're it right now. And from there, I was introduced to Cross Purpose, which has helped me look at life for the first time in a long-term perspective. The most impactful thing for me was coming together with others from different walks of life and pursuing something together. Just believing, fighting, and praying for them and spending time together. I've learned to become more aware and present with the person in front of me and just loving others without seeing mistakes and differences. The leaders were incredible, and I'm so grateful to have made the relationships with them. Life will be different in a few areas. First and foremost, just looking at the long term in my career, building up consistency and dependency in the field, and growing more and more in my skill. Jonas is working to be a carpenter. He'd be so fun to have in your house doing something. And he has a job with Pinkard Construction. Congratulations, Jonas.
Going live, baby.
I love you, man. So, before I start this, if you could just close your eyes and listen with your heart and actually do that. Don't just like, okay, yeah, but close your eyes and listen with your heart, like real talk. So, I told the Father, I have nothing to give these people except you. He said to me, son, do what I created you to do. I thought to myself, what's better than revealing his glory? So for all of you, here's a glimpse of my story. It's apparent. I thought my father failed as a parent, and my mom bought the food and the clothes on clearance. I was quiet for too long and filled with routines. Tell me lies, tell me lies. Inside, I wanted to scream. They never let me talk. They said, you're much younger. My best time was bedtime. My best friend was slumber. Get away in my dreams, imagine things, and feel hope. Meanwhile, I was taught to look at the world through a telescope. Have big goals, exceed heights, and climb towers. I would look at the church and only see cowards. Are y'all really unashamed? Or is it just another fad? Y'all call the children of God, but y'all ain't living like your dad. Years of secrets, shame in a life full of sin. I was hiding myself, ashamed of being in my own skin. It was pills, it was alcohol, loneliness, and weed. It was idolatry, lust, women, and greed. I would blame everyone else, my mother or father, the people who abused me, misused me, teachers who didn't bother. Years of blaming everyone else and judging their choices. I realized Jesus didn't make excuses, and he gave us each voices. There was a seed in me and prayers over my life that I would come out of the darkness and into his light. I found I was the one that was lost, and God loved me so much that he gave. That no amount of church attendance or recited prayers could truly save. I found truth to be a person whose name is Jesus. Not just a ticket to heaven, but actually frees us. Bodies and minds healed and sin nature buried. That's the whole purpose of the cross that he carried. I became a father myself. I see how hard it is now. I realized my father loved me in all the ways he knew how. That clearance clothes were better than no clothes at all. Then I wouldn't get anywhere by blaming it and putting it on y'all. God was right there. I just couldn't see it. I didn't recognize love or know that I needed. I realized I was broken and my actions were evil, that he is righteous and he is good and has no equal. God taught me that the church isn't a building or just on Sunday, and heaven isn't just a place that we are meant to be one day. Heaven is meant to be brought to earth by those who believe. Right. We are not waiting around praying to escape the earth and leave. That's right. Church is an encouraging meeting with a life coach or leader. It is calling a friend in your small group and telling her, I need her. It is having grace and patience when people don't get it and it's a check from your school when you can't quite pay rent. The church is a body formed by all of God's family, dreaming dreams bigger than what's possible with just me. The church is here at Cross Purpose and other places, eating Thanksgiving at wines with different colored faces. Because Jesus is the one that is the way, the life, and the truth, who takes this dead man and makes him new. That's right. I've seen him heal through my hands as I've stood in faith. I've seen the way we can live righteous and powered by grace. Amen, amen. Because he's in me now. So I ain't nervous. Because this ain't nothing more than another church service. Because we are all loved and we are called his people. He doesn't limit his presence to somebody just sitting in a steeple. If you're hurting, weighed down by life, or relying on pills and bottles and needles, you can come to freedom and new life tonight. You don't even have to be in a cathedral.
That's right.
This is my story, and I'm filled with fire and truth.
Yeah.
If you don't believe in him, look at my life for the proof. Take time to see God at a deeper level than the surface, because I know at the cross, that's where you'll find purpose.
Woo!